It's a decent day out. I'm wearing my Psychonauts 2 shirt, and a DHL package I'm sure is just going to arrive as soon as I've started recording. Hello and welcome, patrons, to the 2021 wrap-up video, and a little preview of what's to come in 2022. This was a year, wasn't it? I actually planned out ahead of time quite a lot of things that I wanted to do this year, and I think I achieved most of those things. But right now, we're actually going to take a look at the things that I did in 2021. We're going to answer some Patreon-related questions, and then we're going to see what's to come in 2022. Let's start with the 2021 wrap-up. So I planned these things. For the beginning of the year, I was like, here's the things that I'm going to do. And now we're going to check off, not the character from the costume shop, but we're going to just see what I did. First up, Balthazar and the Gobbledygook. Honestly, I was so happy with how this project came out. This was my Vore Day project for August 8th. And honestly, I think the artwork that I did for this and the Vore drawings were absolutely some of the best things that I've ever done, especially with multiple characters in a scene, multiple hot characters and Patreon characters or Patreon supporter characters that are in there as well. That was so much fun to do. It didn't do as well as the Vormalump books, and I think the reason being that the Vormalump is a furry and the title had the word Vore in it. And this was a little bit more general. Like, yeah, it was a slime monster, and that's not everybody's bag. The main thing was that I enjoyed doing it, and I'm very proud of how it came out. The Vormalump... So, anyways, we'll talk about the Vormalump and what's coming up next after that. But that is to just say that Balthazar and the Gobbledygook, I think, went very, very well. Next up was Alex in Wonderland. I did a lot of new rough pages of Alex in Wonderland. I did a lot of new character concept arts, like I did the Hatter and the Hare, and then I started their comic, and then I've been continuing actually properly inking the Tweedle comics as well. I started roughing out some more like of when Alex arrives in Wonderland, so that's been fun. And I've I also started RPing the character of the Knave of Hearts and what him and Alex get up to, and I can't wait to start drawing that. It's just been a fun thing to experiment with, but I think now's the time. Like, once I'm done like that Tweedle section, I'm gonna post that. I don't think that's something I'd want to like hide behind Patreon or put behind the paywall of Patreon, so that's something I'm gonna start maybe just putting up onto websites and seeing what people think about it, because I want people to see these characters more than something like of quality like Kid Quicksand. So Alex in Wonderland, it's something to keep working on, and I think I'm gonna, keep playing around with that more than trying to put it into a book like other projects. A Vormalump Halloween. Okay, well, this is where I have to get out the color red, because I did not do that this year. Halloween this October, after August, September and October were a pretty busy month because, as you know, I'm a graphic designer at WWNT, and they were celebrating the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World with an event called the Golden Jamboree, which I did all the graphics work and social media and looping video segments for, and so they kept me busy throughout August and September. And then October, they continued with a Halloween special, and they needed more graphics for that. And now we're approaching the Christmas episode, and then also the 200th episode in January. So they're going to keep keeping me busy. And so the Vormalump Halloween was just something I had to put by the wayside. That being said, I definitely am planning on doing it for 2022. So back to the color green, David's Funhouse. David's Funhouse was a fun experiment of letting Patreon supporters vote on the character the other Funhouse characters and the themes and the setting for a 2-page comic every month that would continue. And so I think I did about 8 or 10 pages of that, which I put into a compilation of Funhouse of Frights 3. And I uploaded the first page so that everybody can enjoy that and get to see what that was. So that went well. That went well. I'm going to put a big check mark. I think that was a fun experiment, and we'll see what happens in 2022. Next up, Kid Quicksand. I'm going to give that a circle because that is something I continue to work on. In fact, last year, 2021, was the year I hired a colorist. I actually started working with a woman named Rosangela, and she has been doing the background art and the visuals for Kid Quicksand, the concept art for some of the locations. So the main hero's base and what that looks like, what the jungle island, fleshing that out a little bit more, as well as Dr. Kingshame's evil base. It looks miles better than what I ever came up with. So I'm very excited to to keep working on this and keep developing this idea, and also focusing on just the design aspect of it, because I think this is the next big thing that once it's done, I want to show it to people and then do something like a Kickstarter for a book version. So that's something I definitely am going to continue to hide until it is ready. The costume shop Cake Wars, I'm just going to give that a little circle, because it's something I kept working on as well, but I did not finish it. I definitely wanted to finish it last year or this year of 2021, but I kept putting it by the wayside for other projects. And I think, honestly, 2022 is the year that I finish roughing all those pages, and then I start finishing all of them. And then once they are all done, planning the Kickstarter for it, because that's going to be a big Kickstarter. That is going to be a Kickstarter to completely revamp all the previous chapters and then print everything together into one big book. There will be some special comics that I'll do for that book, like side comics, other stories, and then I will also, revamp the entire style of it, because the first 4 chapters, chapter 5, Cake Wars, is where the art style completely changes. And so I want to go back and try and make the more definitive version of that comic, because there are panels I want to redraw. I need to fix the speech bubbles to make them all match up with the speech bubbles that I started doing in chapter 5, where they were all like normal bubbles and not color-coded with an awful font. So yeah. Other things I did, though, this year, I released Umbra the covers and the 2021 collection. When I did the 2020 collection, it was like something like 24 pages or something. And this year, I definitely didn't do as much of that, but I still wanted to combine all the comics, because some people like being able to just have one PDF of everything rather than look at individual JPEG files. And it's also good to have, high quality, high res PDF that you can look at on any device. And people have been asking me for just the Umbra comics on their own, so I threw that together. It doesn't cost me anything to make these. It's just maybe a day or two of my time. So I'm glad that I can put these together so that people can enjoy them if they want to. So it's available for all patrons. It's on the Digital Downloads Archive, and people can buy it on my website. Another thing I did was I did the Build-A-Pred Funhouse. Now, the actual comic itself was not Funhouse related, but obviously this is a play on Build-A-Bear Workshop. That's what the logo is a parody of. But yeah, we came up with Suckeran, which was the big goo naga introduced to us from an alien planet, because people voted on the characters that would get vored by him, and it was Travis from The Only Gay Human in Space and Ryan and Finn. So I thought, it could be, if it's an alien type creature, it could be on an alien planet. That was really fun. I love doing Build-A-Pred because I like the challenge of taking everyone's suggestions and combining them into like a new location or a new character. Like Chadster came out of that, and Chadster the Broghost is one of my new favorite characters that I've designed thanks to everyone's suggestions. So yeah, that's it for 2021. So that was 2021. All in all, I think it was good. I could have done a couple things better, but I'll tell you what, we got 2022. And now we're gonna rebuild this table. So I'm gonna take off this old Kid Quicksand logo because there's a new one. I finally redesigned what I wanted this logo to look like, and I'm finally happy with how it came out. So there it is, replacing the old one. Oh my god, it's like miles better than the original one. Let me just delete that. So there's the new Kid Quicksand logo. I'm going to leave the Costume Shop Cake Wars where it was, because that's something I still wanted to work on. I'm going to get rid of Balthazar, because that is done. And David's Funhouse Adventure. That's going to get replaced with something new. I think I should make the new logo of it. I'll do it right now, and I'll sort of speedrun what this is. That's right, baby! Poor Ryan, the one straight character I've invented. He's supposed to be straight, he's supposed to be not interested in any of this. But out of that, people have just liked to see him in peril, because he's the only one who I guess is more unwilling and frightened of the things happening, but he still comes over it. This is not going to be an adventure for Ryan. No. Ryan is going to go through... This is going to be a fun little thing to do, because I am very curious to see what people are going to vote on with him. Basically, it's going to be the same premise. You know, Ryan is in the funhouse, maybe not by his own volition. Maybe Finn is like, don't worry, it'll be fun. Shut the hell up. And so, yeah, what we're going to do is I'm going to make the votes a little bit more vague so that we can design something and have it be an ongoing thing. So we might create one room where different things happen. So like the January vote is going to determine the main setting. I think this is going to be really fun. I honestly can't wait to start this. Already I love the logo that I'm making for it. Yeah, this is just all around. I think it's going to be a really fun project, and I think other people are going to really enjoy it, especially the finished comic that will come out of it. Might link into, another Funhouse compilation, because people always want to have me draw Funhouse related things, and maybe I might just do more one-off comics here and there of stuff from the RPs that I haven't even drawn yet. Like, I came up with this joke called the Inflata Bull. Like, it's a bull, like a minotaur, in an inflatable maze. And I've wanted to draw that. I've wanted to draw that character design of just a rubbery, inflatable bull character or minotaur. So yeah, I gotta continue to theme the rest of this logo a little bit, but when it's done, it's gonna go up on there. That's good. Perfect. I can't wait for this. I get to add a new folder. 15. Ryan's Funhouse Nightmare. I think that's going to get people interested. Next thing, Alex in Wonderland. Yeah, that's going to stay put where it is. And Vormolump Halloween. Okay, well, that just needs to have, like, an orange stroke to it instead. But the main thing is that is going to happen. Absolutely going to happen. Just grab that orange, maybe. This is absolutely going to happen this year. I'm going to make a point of it to start working on it actually sooner rather than later. I think I already have like the page layout set up, so I'm going to need to like figure out how many drawings need to be made and then just start roughing those, because I'm going to do it... Last time I did it all physically, Balthazar was digital, so I think I might continue to do it digital. It's nice to have a physical drawing though, but it's a lot easier to work with a digital drawing, because if I fuck up, then I can change something about it. I just sold a t-shirt on TeePublic. Sick. So yeah, there's kind of a blank space here now, because of... I'm not sure what I want to do for Vore Day. I think for Vore Day, I might end up announcing like the Vormalump collection, which will be the Vormalump 1, 2, 3, the Halloween one, and then Balthazar, and put that into a book. Like, I think in August I might just do like a Vore Kickstarter for not only that, but like that way for October I can then release it all together. Otherwise, like, I had an idea for a parody of Fox and Socks, but as a Vormalump type thing where it's like a furry character introducing someone to kinks and stuff, and it would be called like Links with Kinks, and be kind of the same. Like, instead of Mr. Knox, it would be a guy named like Mr. Cox, and it would be like, look at all this bondage, sir. Isn't this lots of fun? And he's like, I do not like this bondage, Links. I do not like, it could be a fun thing where he's like, I don't like any of this shit. And then at the end, it's just like the simplest, dumbest thing. Like, oh, humiliation. I like that. Like, everyone around him, like voyeurism, like he likes being watched or some shit. Like, everyone's like, why don't you like kinks? Like, I thought about that, but I don't know if that's the idea I want to go with. As I was saying before, I think the Vormalump did better because the word Vore was in the title, and it was a furry character that had like a big belly and shit. People have passed me an idea for a Vormalump story, but I'm not necessarily sure that I want to do that as like a fourth one. I don't know if I have a fourth Vormalump story. There was a Dr. Seuss book where there was like a birthday bird would come and take you to a magical land, and you'd get to eat all this food and go swimming and shit. And I think that could be like a silly idea, like the Vormalump whisks someone away for their birthday, and then he just like stuffs him full of cake, and then like, you know, makes him like, throws him into a slime tank and shit. Like, he gives him a Vorish adventure. Like, that's been an idea I thought about. So I don't know if I want to pursue any of those as like a thing that I do for Vorde. So I'm just going to leave this sort of blank as like, you know, mystery Vorde. Because, again, I don't know if I want to pursue any of these or if I want to take something I've done and just make a project out of that. So I'm going to leave this pretty open in general right now. And, you know, if anything does come of it, that would be nice. But if not, then, you know, it's not going to be sort of missed as something that didn't get made. So that's pretty much all I want to do for this year. I'm pretty excited about a lot of these things, especially Ryan's Funhouse of Nightmare. I'm going to start prepping like the first poll for that today. I don't know if there's going to be a general vote in January as well, or if this is just going to be like the main thing. I think this could be something people could really enjoy if things start winning in a particular way. But I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy with the projects. I think the new Kid Quicksand logo looks fantastic. I'm very excited to start sharing that around. I really want to finish Cake Wars. I really want this to be the year that I finish that and get a big old book of the costume shop made. And finally, like, there's stuff that happens at the end of this chapter that wraps things up. Like, it wraps up a good first chunk of the story, and it ends in a pretty decent way. So, which could lead to more shorter stories rather than, like, I don't know how long it's going to take for me to do the grand finale of the costume shop. I have it in my head. I will eventually put that down on paper and sort of see where things go, but there's things that are set up in those 5 chapters that lead to a proper conclusion. And I don't know if I want to pursue that directly after this one. And I don't know how long that's going to take. So I think doing one book like this, that is the 5 chapters and sort of leave it open-ended, would be a nice way to sort of wrap it up until I do get to that time when I make the final sort of chapter, which sort of reboots things in a way. Like, it just ends in a different way where the characters are in a place where they can keep doing new things and there could be just fun stories after that. I promise you no one dies. That's not to say that emotional things don't happen to these characters. I just want to assure you that, like, it's gonna be a very pleasant ending all around for all of the characters that you like. Anyways, that's it. That's it for this wrap up. Oh yeah, well let me answer your questions from Patreon. What is your favorite comic page that you have drawn, not including commissions? I can actually load that up right now because it's a Funhouse of Frights bonus comic. It's the one, it's called Ryan's Funhouse. This page, where there's like a bunch of different things happening. Like we've got the blob monster and then the tentacles or the slime tentacles from the slime maze. And then the drawing I did of Terror Toad, the sexy tiger, and his abs, and then like being pushed into a clown's butt with another clown's feet. And then Ryan at the end with just like, it's very clearly like the sort of like gum blob. And I love this page. I think this page came out fantastic. I think the Suckerin ones were also really good from the Build-A-Pred one. Like the first page of this is so great. I think the other pages are great as well. But yeah, those are two of my favorite pages, honestly. I love the art style of this, and Suckerin's become a favorite sort of character of just this gooey naga who's both buff, has 4 arms, a tail, but also a jockstrap. That was great to do. Anyways, next question. What is your favorite color of scent? I assume you mean like favorite color of scent. Like if somebody smells like musky, like what's the color of it? I'm gonna interpret that as like, what's your favorite like flavor? I like grape. I like fictional grape. Like you know the way like artificial grape taste? Like a grape lollipop does not taste like a grape. Otherwise I would like grapes. I don't like grapes. But I do like artificial flavored grape. I think that's what you mean. Anyways, that's it. This is the wrap up for 2021. So thank you so much. 2022 is going to be, I think it's going to be really good. Like, this is the best my work has ever looked. This is the best quality my work has ever been. I think the stuff I'm doing, kink-wise, is the kinkiest I've ever done things. So I am so looking forward to all of this. And I have all of you to thank, the patrons who have been here for the longest time, the people who have just joined recently, or the people who have stuck around throughout 2021. Thank you so much. Like, I'm at a point where I'm considering, once again, just doing this. And if it continues on the way it's been going, I'm going to be so excited to do it. This is let me taken off days of work to work on this stuff. And now that I've switched the Patreon to be more commissions available for people, I'm seeing more people join for those tiers, and that makes me incredibly happy. So the time may come when this is all I do, and that makes me incredibly happy. Until then, I keep doing WWT stuff, and doing this as well. So I think I think reducing the amount of stuff that I do so that I can focus on these things and do less things more is going to be the best thing in the long run. So thank you all so much. I'll see you in 2022. Happy New Year. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Stay kinky. Go clean your butt out. Have a good one.